Welcome back to the next phase of this past paper. That's 221023 October November 2023. Coming towards question number 6. What does the question number 6 says? There are three descriptions of the logic gates. Each logic gate has two inputs A and B with one output X. Identify each logic gate. Complete a truth table for each logic gate. Okay, fair enough. They are saying part A, the only time the output is 1 when both inputs are 1. Okay, so that means only in the condition if both of the inputs are 1, otherwise it will be a 0. So they are saying 1 and otherwise it will be a 0 in each case. That means it's a AND gate over here. It's an AND gate over here. Okay, coming to the next one. The output is 1 when both inputs are different. That means a XOR gate. Why it's a XOR gate? Because the XOR gate simply says output is 1 or output is high when the inputs are dissimilar. Otherwise, it will be a 0. Now going to the part C. The only time the output is 1 when both inputs are 0. Okay, when both of the inputs are 0, only in that case it's a 1. Otherwise, it's a 0. That means it's a NOR gate. That means it's a NOR gate right over here. The third is not, it's a NOR. Okay, now they are saying consider the logic expression x equals to not A or not B and finally or not C. Draw a logic circuit for this logic expression. Each logic gate must have minimum of the two inputs. Do not attempt to simplify the logic expression. Okay, now they are saying as they have mentioned, you need to draw the circuits in the similar pattern. You cannot simplify the expression and then draw it. Okay, make sure for that. Okay, as we know that each and every input by default is on 1. And if they are saying not A, that means we need to apply the NOT gate over the A. So they are saying first of all not A or not B. So there is an OR gate that is being given an input from the not of an A and not of a B. And the OR gate is applied over here. They are saying further on or not C. Okay, now the output is going towards the OR gate. And they are saying the other input from the OR or the OR is coming from the not of the C. So this is how you need to draw this one. Simplifying means not A or not B can be simplified further. You will be learning this in your A2 level when we do have the Boolean expressions. So at that very moment, you can just simplify them. Okay, so this is known as a simplification. Coming towards question number 7. What does the question number 7 says? It says a program use both local variables and the global variables. Okay, now local variables are those that are defined within the particular module, and if they are defined in that particular module, so it could be utilized in that particular module only. For example, if you have utilized or if you have declared any of the variable in your procedure, so that could be utilized in that procedure only. It could not be utilized in any other function in your program or in any other procedure in your program. It could be only utilized there. Okay, but the global variables can be easily utilized. Okay, now they are saying describe two differences between local variables and the global variables. Okay, now that's great. So there are difference number 1. So local variable values, you can write it down. Local variable values cannot be changed anywhere in program apart from described module or defined module. whereas global variable global variables values or value can be changed. Now this was the first difference. Difference number two, local variables can be utilized in only defined module, whereas global variables can be utilized anywhere in program. So this is the major difference between a local and a global variable. Okay, now moving towards the next question. Okay, I think so we do have a query. These differences are basically okay. Now, if you can see, we have two modules over here in a single program. This is the function that we have created, and this is the main program. This is the function, and this is the main program in which we will call this function. Okay. Okay. If we have utilized any of the variable within the function, for example, we have utilized the variable num. So we cannot utilize the num in the main program because it's a local variable and it is within the module. So we can only change the values or we can do anything within this module of the function only. But if we have utilized anything in the overall program, we have declared any of the variables. So we could utilize that in the, for example, we have utilized count. So that count could be utilized in the main program as well as in the function. At both of the places, it could be utilized over there. Okay. So this is the major function difference. Okay, now coming towards question number 8. Now question number 8 says, this is an algorithm to find if a batch of parts has been manufactured successfully. Okay. Now they are saying start. Initially the value of the accept and rejects are 0. Then they are saying input part okay. Is part okay equals to y? Then they are saying accept will be accept plus 1. That means there will be an increment of 1. Until the accept value is 10. If it's a no, so it will be repeating. If it's a yes, so it says is reject greater than 1. If it's a yes, so we will be finding out the error percentage. Okay, otherwise we will be displaying the output success. Okay, now over here is part okay equals to y. I've told you about the yes part, but if it's a no, so reject will be reject plus 1. That means the count of the reject will be 1. Incremented by 1, sorry. Now they say complete the trace table, sorry, using this data. Now they have given y, y, and then we do have again 4 y's, then and then again we do have 4 y's. Okay, let's see. Okay, now they are saying the initial values are accept and rejects are 0. First of all, we could place these things. Accept will be 0, reject will be 0 right over here. Now they are saying after that input part okay. Okay, so input means we do need to input this one. Part okay will be, first of all, we will be coming to this one. So it's a y. Okay, why I'm utilizing the next line? Because it is within the loop. So once we are coming to the loop, we will be utilizing the next line right over there. Okay, so part okay. Yes. Now they are saying is part okay equals to y. So it's a yes. We will be saying accept will be accept plus 1. So that means 0 plus 1 will give you a 1 right over here. Now they are saying is accept equals to 10. So no, it's a no. Again, we are going to input. The other value is y once again. Okay, now for the y, they are saying is part okay equals to y. Yes, it's a y. Then accept plus 1, and then we need to repeat again. Okay, so it's a 2 right over here. Then they are saying y. So this time it will be 3. Again, we are going to input. So it will be n this time. Now they are saying Is part okay equals to y? We are saying no. So that means our reject will be incremented by 1. So reject will be incremented by 1. So this will give you the value of 1 right over here. Again, we are going to input the part okay. So after n, it's y. Okay, now for the y, the increment will be for the accept. It will be 4. Again, y, it will be incremented to 5. We are over here. Then again a y, incremented for 6. Again a y, incremented for 7. Okay, just after the 7, we do have a n. So for this n, they are saying is part okay equals to y. So it's a no. So this time reject will be incremented. So reject will be 2 this time. Again, input of the y will be done. Oh, sorry, part okay will be done. That's a y. That means increment of the accept will be 8. We are right over here. Again a y. Okay, fair enough. That will make our 10. Oh, sorry, 9. We are at this place. Yeah. Again, we are going to place up a y. Okay, so this time it will be 10. Okay, once we have placed up a 10, so now what they are saying? Fair enough. Okay, we are left with one y. Okay, do remember that. Okay, so they are saying is accept equals to 10. Okay, this time it's, yeah, it's equals to 10. So they are saying is reject greater than 1? Let's check. Yeah, it's greater than 1. So if it's greater than 1, so they are saying error reject divided by accept. So the value of reject was 2, accept was 10, multiply by 100. So what will be the value? 200 divided by 10, it will be at 20. Okay. Now they are saying output too many rejected, error, percentage error. Okay. So how do you need to write this thing down? Have a look. So first of all, error, you need to write down the error. It will be 20 because they have given you the column over here. Then output. So for the output, you need to write it down. Too many rejected. Okay. After too many rejected, they are saying error. So this error is 20 and then percent error. 20% error will be there. So that means too many rejected, 20% error will be output right over here. Okay, just after that, what do we have? Output error and then finally stop. That means this is how we need to complete this question. This was for the 5 marks. Okay, now for part B. Coming towards the part B, what does that say? They say describe how the algorithm should be changed to accept Y or Y for a successfully manufactured part. Okay, they are saying that either it's a capital Y or either it's a small y. Okay, so how you need to do that? So it's for the 3 marks. Okay, once you have placed up and over here, so after this input, sorry, after this input right over here, you can place one more box which could convert our process box that should convert L case or U case. You can place up a U case. U case part okay. Okay, now if you are going to input this thing, U case part okay, into a process box, that means either the input was in the lower case or it was in the upper case. In both of the parts, it will be converting it into the upper case, and now it will check. So this is how you get do this part. So you can say after input, add a process box, add a process box to implement an U case function to accept U case function, sorry, not on input to convert the lowercase inputs to upper case as well. So this is how you could do this thing. Coming towards question number 9. Now they are saying a sanitary of for peasants has set up a new database table called peasants list to store details of the different species of birds at the sanitary. Part of this table is given showing species, description, number of birds at the sanitary, if the birds are breeding or not, and number of young born this year. So we do have the species, we do have the description, we do have the number of birds, we do have the breeding, we do have the young. Okay, now they are saying state the number of the records and fields in the part of the database table. So first of all, records. So having a look, start counting from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. So we do have 14 records over here. And how many fields do we have? We do have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So 5 fields we do have. Okay, they are saying give the name of the field that could be used for the primary. So it should be unique. Make sure. We do have a species, we do have the description, we do have number of birds, we do have breeding, we do have young. So out of this, obviously description couldn't be, number of the birds couldn't be, breeding couldn't be, young couldn't be. So it's only the species that could be the primary key. So we'll be writing it down with the species over here. Okay, over here the description could also be the primary key because the description is only given about the species. So either it could be the species or either it could be the description. Okay. So explain why the sanitary might decide not to use the field in B1 as the primary key. Not to use. Okay. They are saying um, explain why the sanitary might decide not to use. Okay. So why the species cannot be used for this thing. So the thing could be the names can be duplicated as well. Or you may say and the descriptions could be duplicated for the things as well. So this is how this is why they might not utilize it. So you may say species might duplicate. Okay, I think so. We do have a question. Yeah, that's fine. Species might duplicate. That's the reason that they might not be unique in that case. Right now it's unique, but afterwards maybe it might not be unique. Okay, now they are saying for part 3, a new field species ID is added to the database table. The field contains a 6-character code, for example, PH0001. Now they are saying give a reason why this field would be better for the primary key. So it could be unique because each and every species will be having a different number. Okay, so we could write it down. It could be unique. Okay, coming towards part C. What does the part C says? It says write the output that would be given by this structured query language statement. Okay, they are going to select the species and the description from the peasants list where number of the birds is greater than 6. Okay, so the species and the description, number of the birds greater than 6. So this one, yeah, this one will be counted and this one will be counted. So first of all, it's true silver, and the description is white lace top half and black lower half. Okay, that's a difficult one. So let's see. It was true silver species. Okay, in which pattern it was written? Okay, it was in the sentence case, so we can write it down. True silver, a bit of the gap, and just after the gap, description about that. White lace top half, white laced top half, and black lower half. So, and black lower half. Okay, what is the other one? The other one was this one, brown eared. So we are going to write it down with the brown eared. Brown eared. Now, what will be the description for the brown eared? Brown with ear tufts. Brown with ear tufts. Okay, now they are saying, now we need to write the SQL now. Complete the SQL statement to display all the species of peasant where the birds are breeding and there were no young born this year. Okay, what we need to display? All the species of peasant. What is the criteria where the birds are breeding and there are no young born this year? Okay, now first of all, what we need to display? We need to display the species. So we could write it down species over here. From, what was the name of the database? It was peasant list. Peasant list. Okay, now the criteria. They are saying for the criteria, they are breeding. That means breeding should be yes or breeding should be done. Okay, breeding and they are no young born this year. So breeding and young. So it should not be young. So we could write it down where breeding equals to yes and young. The other one is young equals to 0. No young born this year. So this will be young equals to 0. From beta इस तरह से हुआ आपके पास that peasant list. That means the name of the database. In from we need to write the name of the database. Okay, now coming to the next space. I think so there was some other question as well. Okay, question number 10. Now it's a scenario based question. What does the scenario based question says? Okay, I will be explaining you the scenario in this phase of the past paper, and in the next phase we will be doing with the solution of this scenario based question. Okay, so try to understand this completely. Now it says a weather station takes temperature readings once an hour for a week. So there is a weather station that is taking temperature readings once an hour for a week. These temperatures are stored in a two-dimensional array temperatures. Okay, so first of all, we do have a two-dimensional array temperatures. Temperature N. Okay, each column contains 24 readings for a single day. The first temperature is recorded at 0, 0 and final temperature at 23, 0. There are 7 columns for one for each day of the week. So there are 7 columns in all, one for each day of the week over there, starting with Monday and ending with Sunday. Okay, so Monday, this is in this way. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And this is 0, 0. Then it's 0, 1, 0, 2, so on till 23. So Monday, what will be the, for example, it's 27. At 0, 1, it's 28. At 0, 2, it's 29. At 23, it might be 20 only. So this is how it is storing in it. Okay. Okay. The variable max day, min day, and average day are used to store the maximum, minimum, and average temperature for a particular day. So each day, for example, if it's a Monday, so max for Monday, min for Monday, that means minimum temperature for Monday, and average temperature. Okay, right now the readings minimum is 20, maximum is 29, and average we could take it out. Always do remember that average will be taken out from the 24. Okay. So average for Monday. So similarly, this will be done for the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. All 7 days. That means all 7 maximum, 7 minimum, 7 average for each day. The variable max week, min week, and average week are used to store the minimum, maximum, and average temperature for the week. That means once you have taken out 7 maximums, 7 minimums, and 7 average. So out of these 7 maximums, that means one maximum for the Monday, one for the Tuesday, one for the Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So out of this, for example, Monday the maximum was 29, Thursday it's 27, Friday it's 32, Sunday it's 33. So the maximum will be 33 right now. Similarly, the minimum will be 20 right now, for an example, and the average. The array has already been set up and the data stored. Okay. Write a program that meets the following requirement. Now, what could be the requirement? What are the things that we need to mention? Okay, we do have 6 bullet points over here. Do remember that. Find the maximum and the minimum temperature for each day. Calculate the average temperature for each day. Okay, we need to find out the maximum for Monday. We need to find out the maximum for Tuesday and so on. Similarly, for minimum for the Monday and minimum for the others as well. And similarly, the average for each day. Output for each day. Name of the day, for example, Monday, the maximum temperature of the Monday, minimum temperature of the Monday, and average temperature. We need to display them as well. Then they are saying find the maximum and minimum temperature of the week, calculate the average temperature of the week. Okay, similarly, what you have done for the days, now you need to do it for the week as well. And you need to output the maximum temperature for the week, the minimum temperature of the week, and average temperature of the week. All temperature output must be rounded to 2 decimal places. That means that we are going to utilize the round function to the decimal places 2. Okay. Further on, they are saying you must use pseudocode or program code and add comments to explain your code works. All input and output must contain suitable messages. That means you are only allowed to use the proper prompts to store the data or to ask for the data from the user, to input the data and all. You do not need to initialize the data in the array temperatures. You do not need to do it. You can do it directly. You can assume that the data has been initialized. So this was all for this phase of the past paper. We will be continuing with the next phase of this past paper.